What's going on, movie lovers? Welcome back to Apocalypse Movies, or welcome if it's your first time. I am Jacob Bartley, and this is my review for the new comedy Girls Trip. It's not brand new, but it came out last week, I believe, but I'm here to review it anyway because I just saw it last night. I've been hearing a lot of good things about this movie. I gotta be honest, when I saw the trailers, it looked like another throwaway comedy to me. I really like Regina Hall, and I really like some of the other actresses in there. I love Queen Latifah just as a celebrity, a personality in general. Tiffany Haddish, I've never heard of her before, but she looked funny in the trailer. But just overall, the plot, the story, it looked like one of these throwaway comedies. And you can't blame me because we've been getting so many horrible comedies this year and just over the past decade in general. So whenever a comedy's coming out, I'm not looking forward to it as much as I was maybe 10 years ago. But I've been hearing a lot of good things about this, especially from people that I follow online. So I was going to see it anyway, but I made a point to get out to the theater as soon as I could to go see it. And I walked out thoroughly pleased with this movie. Now, it's funny because I went to a doubleheader last night. I finally saw Dunkirk, and I saw Girls Trip. And if you would have told me last year, all right, you got Dunkirk, this Christopher Nolan war film, and this movie Girls Trip, that I would like Girls Trip more, I would have thought you were crazy. But that's the case. I really enjoyed Girls Trip. Now, I will say though, the movie's not perfect. There are some really major flaws with this movie, but overall, I was laughing my butt off most of this film, and that's what's important in a comedy. Also, this is a hard R comedy. Like, they go far with the R in this comedy, and that's my kind of humor. I love movies like The 40-Year-Old Virgin, like Trainwreck. Like, that is my style of humor. So it's kind of set up for me to enjoy this film. So let's get into what I liked specifically, of course, with no spoilers because I don't want to ruin it for the people that haven't seen the movie already. I thought all four of the main actresses were great in this movie. They all play different type of characters, and I loved their dynamic together, their friendship. It was very, very believable. This is like a way better version of Rough Night, what we got earlier this year. I thought Rough Night was going to be what Girls Trip is. And Rough Night disappointed me because I loved that cast and I was really looking forward to it. But Girls Trip is the far superior film, in my opinion. And it's due to these women and the believability of their friendship. And the movie sets up all of their characters so well. You understand who they are early on in the film. You understand why they're friends. You understand what's going on with them in their current lives and what their past has been like together. And I thought the setup of the relationship of these characters was done so well, and it set up the rest of the movie to be successful because I have to care about these characters in order to think for some of the comedic moments to work, because a lot of the comedic moments play on who these characters are and their relationships together. So I thought the setup of it was done so well, and just the straight up comedy in this movie, the unpredictable moments in this movie had me rolling laughing, had the theater rolling laughing. Like, there's two moments in particular in this movie that I did not see coming at all, and they made me, like, I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that they went that far and that they did those things. And that's what I love in my comedies sometimes people say those type of things are way over the top or whatever, but these things you can be considered over the top, but they were hilarious, like absolutely hilarious, and I did not see them coming, and that's what I love to see in my movies. Also, you had some good supporting characters too. Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage on Marvel's Netflix, was really good. I forget the name of the actress who plays Regina Hall's agent, but she was actually a great addition to this film, and just some of the other side characters that pop up here and there, like all of them pretty much really worked for this movie. But some of the things I didn't like. Now, they tried to dive into the personal relationships of these characters, obviously. And then not only that, but then Regina Hall's relationship with her husband, played by Mike Coulter. All of that stuff, I enjoyed for the most part what they were going for, but it kind of dragged on too long and it kind of got too emotional at certain points. Like, don't get me wrong, I love heart and I love emotion in my comedies, especially when it serves a story and makes the comedy better and makes these characters better. And it did that for the most part, but it kind of went too emotional and too deep for me. And also playing into that, the movie was way too long. I forget the exact runtime, but it's almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. And That's fine for like movies like Captain America Civil War when it's necessary for it to be that long, but I don't think this movie had to be that long. It dragged on for way too long, and I felt myself getting jittery. Maybe it was the double header because I did Dunkirk first and then Girls Trip, but that was one of probably my biggest negatives at this movie. Was way too long. I think comedies in particular can deliver their story, be funny, and cover everything in an hour 45, 2 hours at the most. It didn't need to be, you know, two and a half hours or whatever the final runtime was. But other than that, this movie is arguably the best comedy of the year. And a lot of people don't consider The Big Sick a straight up comedy, but I mean, I consider it a comedy. If I measure these movies similarly, Big Sick is a comedy first, in my opinion. I don't care what other people say. That's what I think. So I think Big Sick is the best comedy of the year, but Girls Trip is right up there with it, and nothing comes close for as far as this year goes. So go out and watch Girls Trip. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Taking it for what it is, the great comedy that it is, I'm going to give Girls Trip an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was very enjoyable, very funny, and that's what matters in a comedy. And it also has a lot of heart if you're looking for that too. Alright, well that's going to do it for my review of Girls Trip. You can find me on this YouTube channel, Apocalypse Movies. Subscribe, hit that like button, all that good stuff. Check out all our other shows, podcasts, news bits, everything we got going out here. We truly do appreciate the support. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care.